Welcome to the Books and Martinis podcast.
I'm Priya.
And I'm Mercy.
And this is your go-to book podcast,
where we lift, empower, and spotlight authors.
Grab your martini and follow along.
And don't forget to like, follow, and subscribe.
What's up, everyone? Welcome to our podcast. I'm Priya.
And I'm Mercy. Welcome, everybody, especially Elle. Welcome, Elle. We're so excited to have you here today. Cheers.
So nice
Cheers. That is a beautiful martini, I have to say.
She got olives, guys.
I have to have my martini with olives. Yep.
I love it. I love it. Okay, so before we even talk about Elle, because we started talking about martinis, I cannot help myself. And do you know what a Tennessee martini is?
I've been here 8 years. No, I don't know what a Tennessee martini is.
Well, I learned last night what a Tennessee martini is. And can I tell you that I loved it? And everybody at my table, it was a party of 12, hated it. They thought I was disgusting.
But
it was delicious. It is made, instead of with olive juice, with pickle juice.
Oh, I would have done that. Yeah, I can do that.
It was so good. It was so good.
Shots of pickle juice all the time.
Yes, it was so good. And everybody's looking at me like, I'm like, y'all are missing it. It's so good. It was really good. So that is a Tennessee martini, which is called the TNTini. There you go. That's my martini information for the day. It was
That's
good.
awesome.
Love it.
Yeah,
So,
really good.
you guys, I hope you have your Tennessee martini, because in your ears and on the screen is Elle Andrews Patt. And we're so excited to have you today because we're talking about her book series, but mainly her first book, Ghost.
Yes.
Murder
yes,
mystery.
yes. And we cannot wait to hear all about it. We want to hear about the book. We want to hear about her experience writing it, the journey, the highs, the lows, and all that great stuff. So let's start with you telling us a little bit about yourself.
I moved to Tennessee 8 years ago from Florida, where I was a very active member of the Florida Writers Association. And I met my agent there 1 year.
Where in Florida were you?
I was in Daytona Beach, in Ormond, if anybody knows Ormond.
Yes,
that's where I was.
Oh, I do. Oh,
yeah.
Nice.
I had actually submitted to my agent, and of course, you don't hear anything back. And nowadays, they're like, if you don't hear back in 6 weeks, you won't hear back from us. But I saw him at the conference. It was before COVID, so agents were actively coming to conference. And I stuck my hand out and said, hey, I'm Elle Andrews Patt, and you have my query somewhere in your stack. And when you get to it, I know that you're going to love it and ask for the full. And he was like, really?
Good
And
for
I
you.
said, yeah.
I love the confidence.
Yeah. Good
So,
for
and then we
you.
talked about how agents are partners. So, when you query agents, you're not begging for them to take your work. You're creating a partnership where they'll go out and promote your book. So they really have to love it.
Yeah.
And about, 11 months after I'd sent my query, he asked for the full. And then 6 months later, he actually,
Wait.
he actually
So that's like
emailed
a whole year and a half.
Yes, a year and a half. Yeah. And 6 months later, he emailed me and said, hey, can we talk? So,
Whoa.
Yeah.
And I didn't even know, I knew about him, but he was new to being an agent.
Mm-hmm.
And he was actually an editor at Tor for 15 years before he became an agent. And he went with Donald Moss Literary. So I always recommend, it's one thing if readers are watching, but if there's any writers watching and you're querying, go for the top. Just go for it. I sent to all the top agencies first, because if you start down here and you get one and you feel like you may not get another and you take it, then you can't go back up.
You'll never know.
Yeah.
But what do you
know.
do? Because you waited a whole year and a half. So what happens when a smaller agent says yes?
Contacts. Well, you might take it, but I didn't submit to any smaller agents.
Oh, good for you.
So you're just waiting.
I submitted to 3 or 4 agents every 2 or 3 months. And, I had some partial request and that kind of thing, but I actually only sent out 12 query letters and then landed this fancy New York agent. So,
Wow.
definitely go for the top first.
So I want to know right away, first, how did you feel? And second, how did you celebrate getting
Oh,
an
it
email?
was fantastic. And I think we had a martini. So, yeah. So,
Fantastic.
and he ended
Wow.
up leaving the industry in during COVID.
Oh.
So a lot of agents did.
Mhm.
And then everybody who was remaining just got inundated with stuff. So I'm actually independently publishing, and he sold my audio rights to Podium Audio, and they were just fantastic to work with. And they are actually now taking literary queries to do print books. So, and you can
Oh, good
query
to
them
know.
directly without an agent.
Oh, Podium,
Mhm. Yep.
Podium Audio.
Podium.
Oh,
Yep.
that's
That's
great.
great. Where's my pen?
Yep. Victoria, who's
Excellent.
one of the top people there, now had read Ghost.
Uh-huh.
And, she was like, I really like this. What else do you have? So you should always have something else in your arsenal. And Paul, early on, had me write out synopsises for the next 2 books. So we sent her those synopsises, and they bought the rights to 3 books, only one of which was published at the time. So,
Wow.
Fantastic.
I am
That's
like,
yeah.
great.
first, I'm
And don't be
impressed.
discouraged, because my Ghost went into 2 of the big 5 houses with acquisition editors, and
Yeah.
marketing said no, they didn't know how to market it.
What?
Yeah.
It is
Yeah.
a murder
Yeah.
mystery.
Yeah.
Oh my
Once you have
God.
an agent, it's a very, very long process to, get it out to the publishing houses and see if they'll buy it. And
Yeah.
they were
Okay.
like, we don't know what to do with this. It's not an urban fantasy because it doesn't have werewolves and vampires
Oh
and
my
ghosts.
God. If you can see the eye
It's
roll
a
right
fairly
now.
gritty detective fic, with an amateur sleuth, and it's part police
Right.
procedural, and it has a ghost.
Right.
I don't know what to do.
I can't, it's so irritating how like the industry is right now. Like they want the high fae fantasy
Right.
dragons.
Right. Right.
And the werewolves.
Romanticy is a huge
Hmm.
thing. And my
Right.
husband keeps saying, this is what you need to write. And I'm like, it's just not me.
But then you get lost in the
No, you have to
weeds.
feel it. Yeah, you
Yeah.
have to feel it. I feel like, anything you write has to come from the soul. Like,
Yeah.
even
Yeah.
fantasy, you just have to feel it and be part of that world and that character. And
Yeah. That has
so,
to be your genre. And my genre has
correct.
always been crime fiction or more violent fantasy. I wrote
Right.
over 1 million words of fanfic before I wrote two more trunk novels that were original, and then submitted Ghost because I felt like that was a commercial novel that could
Yeah.
make it.
Okay.
Wow.
So yeah.
And so
So
Ghost is the first of a trilogy.
mhm.
Am I
Yep.
correct?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. I've
And
Ghost and then Spirit and then Wraith.
and
Yeah.
how long did it take you to write the first one, and how was that for you? How was
I
that
started
journey for you?
writing, yeah, I started writing Ghost during National Novel Writing Month.
Which
And
is when we're
yeah.
recording this.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's great. In 2010. And then I started querying in 2013. And then
Okay.
I got my agent in 2015. And he had me chop off the whole front end. And when I was so willing to like edit my book, he got in there and he said, well, can you do this and this? So I ended up taking off the whole front end of it and then rewriting, because just in that time period, technology had changed so much, and procedures for going into prisons had changed. And, the way you went about, tracing cell phones had changed. So I actually
Sure.
went through and updated all of it. So yeah.
Okay.
Once you start with the story, you're with it till the bitter end, and it takes friggin' forever, and you may
Sure.
rewrite it, 8 or 9
100
or 10
times. Yeah.
times. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. So,
So why don't you tell us a little of the premise behind the series?
it's about an archivist who has her eyes open to the world of ghosts. She starts seeing a little ghost in her house, and her mother's already been convicted of her murder. and then a couple more bodies are found, and Billie Mae starts throwing a haunted hissy fit, and and they're like, well, wait a second, why is this? And so her BFF is a police detective and encourages the archivist to research and find out if her mother should truly be convicted of murder or not. So
Exactly.
yeah.
And when did you know there's going to be a second and a third? Where in Ghost
right
were
away,
you when you
I
decided?
swore I would never write a series. I'm like, no, never going to write a series ever. I just want to write standalones. And it's an archivist and a police detective and ghosts. So how could it not be a series?
Yeah, I was gonna say
I
it's
mean, they're
endless
just going to have keep ghosts
possibilities.
coming to them. Yeah. So, yep. And then I have they're very much friends. Andrea is the archivist and William Taka is the police detective, and they're very much friends, and they have a little slow burn.
Okay.
But they very much are,
Best friends
just
first.
the best of friends. Yeah. So,
Okay.
yep. Yeah.
Oh, how wonderful. So
Yeah.
aside from this trilogy, what else have you written? Share with us.
I wrote a thriller set in Daytona Beach, which is also a ghost story, and
Okay.
it's about a law enforcement officer who's being arrested for murder. They do a SWAT does a no-knock entry into his apartment to arrest him for murder, but they're calling him by his very, very deepest undercover name that only he knows. So he knows he's been betrayed. He is
And
blind.
what's the name of that series? What's the
He's
name
blind, and it's called Blind Mice Bite.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh,
It is more
that's
graphic.
clever.
It's a love story. So it's more graphic
Is
than the
spicy
archivist
graphic
series.
or it's like gory graphic?
A spicy graphic. Yeah.
Ooh,
Oh,
Yeah.
love
that's
that.
Priya's cup of tea.
Yeah.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Uh,
And what are you writing now?
I'm writing the fourth book in the archivist series, which is called Phantom. And I'm actually writing book 4 and 5 together. And I haven't put out a book, and I think this is the second year. So it'll come out
Okay.
next year. Yeah, both of
Okay.
them will come out next year.
Okay. Oh, that's
Yep.
fantastic.
Yep.
And so so we have our readers that are listening to this, but to
Mm-hmm.
the writers that are listening to this, what were your highs and lows in your writing journey?
I think probably that blow of not being able to get it traditionally published was my lowest point. But then my high was finding out how successful that self-published authors can be and learning that whole
Ah,
process to such an extent that now I have a business that offers, formatting and KDP upload and cover design to other authors. And I have people in my pocket. I have illustrators and people that can help me if I need help with that
That's
process.
fantastic,
so
Elle.
you
Yeah,
really
yeah.
evolved from that. That
Yeah,
is
yeah, yeah.
excellent.
When
And if
back in 2013, when I first I got paid for my first short story, and I got in with a group of authors that were starting an anthology series. So we all write to a theme, and it's all science fiction and fantasy. So they'll pick a theme. Our first one was an alien probe came to Earth at the beginning of mankind and can be, any sex, any ethnicity, and part of any culture. So all the stories are set from Neanderthal time all throughout history. And when I got in with them, they sent me a template because we release our stories individually on Amazon, and then we put them together into an anthology. They gave me the template, and I didn't even know how to do it. And I had never uploaded anything to KDP, so it was like a whole learning process, and I had to keep emailing and going, "Can you fix this? Can you fix my story? Because now it's like all messed up."
so
And
if
now I'm publishing those anthologies. So
if our listeners wanted to find out from you more information, how can they? Is there a website for your company?
elleandrewspatt.com. Yeah.
Okay.
And
Okay,
my
that's great.
stories are on there so that there's information about the anthologies on there as well. So,
Okay, that's good. That's
yeah,
good.
when
So
you
if
go
they
to my
wanted,
short fiction, yeah,
if they needed help and your
right,
expertise, they could reach out to you. That's
right,
fantastic. I
right,
love that you're doing
right.
that and helping other authors out.
I love writing the short stories, and I love doing the anthologies, and we can invite new writers. Like I've just had at Weirds Valley Festival, we were out there a couple of weekends ago, and a writer came up to me and he was like kind of looking at the anthologies, and it turns out that he works for the Air Force and the Space Force in a civilian research job. And now we have another resource to go to. And he sent me 3 of his short stories so we could evaluate his fiction and invite him to join the group. Yeah. So
That's
writers helping
fantastic.
writers is like a big thing with the Florida Writing Association.
Yeah.
But
Mercy,
I think
you need
it's,
Mercy's
yeah.
like part-time in Florida. She needs to get in
Oh,
on
there you
that.
go. You can, anybody can join nationwide.
Oh,
And that's their motto, but it's really every writer that I've ever met is so willing to help other writers.
Always,
Yeah,
always.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Well,
The thing
both Pri and
about,
I are writers,
all
so
ships rising. Yeah, yep,
absolutely. Yeah,
yep.
we're all about
Everybody
elevating
shares their
authors.
knowledge. Yeah, it's great. And then we try to share readers and trying to get a readership and our fans too, because we'll do newsletters and we'll invite, various authors to come. I ask authors to come do my newsletter. I've had authors ask me, and then we can share each other's links and we, kind of build our readerships together. So
Oh, I love
yeah,
that.
yeah.
I
Readers,
love that.
especially of mystery, like if they'll read my murder mystery, I've had a lot of readers who don't read paranormal,
Okay.
but when they find out that Ghost, that the whole series is based in reality,
Hmm.
but has this one intrusion of fantasy, which is what speculative fiction is all about, they'll give it a try. And I've had so many of them go, "Oh my gosh, it was so good. It surprised me. And I didn't think a ghost book could be that good."
Ah, so knock
Yeah.
it till you try
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Oh,
So, yeah.
wow.
Yeah.
So you've evolved into so much more than just an author. Like you're
Yeah.
the whole
Yep.
package now.
Right.
And so if we have writers
Hmm.
again listening to us, what's that
Hmm.
one advice you would give writers from your school of hard knocks in life?
To write what they're most interested in, and and the trends will circle back around. So
Right.
yeah, if
Oh, that's
you're
excellent.
writing mermaid fic, it's going to come back around again. If you're writing vampire fic because that was just your thing, it'll come back around again. Yeah, so
I hope so.
you write what you want to write,
Right. Well,
and then
Twilight's
go
coming
from
all the way
there.
back around.
Yeah.
Right?
It could be.
Yeah.
Right. And we were just talking
Yeah.
about Dan Brown, because we're featuring
Right,
his
Dan
book
Brown
for
all of a sudden.
January.
Yeah.
Remember
Yeah.
when his books were huge? Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
And here
And then
he
so
there
is
was kind of
again.
this little hiatus, and then,
Gap
comes
and
back around
here
again.
he
Yeah.
is.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah. So,
Yeah, that's fantastic. Oh, that's
yeah.
so great. Thank you, Elle. I mean, you're a world of information. So I love that you've shared your time with us and all your knowledge. And I love that you can also be a fountain of information and a resource to so many, including maybe
Yeah.
readers that are considering writing
Right.
that can actually connect with you and find resources out there of other writers in
Yep.
different groups. So yeah,
Yeah.
we'll
I
put a
encourage
lot of the
anybody to
information.
reach out to me. When I have fans email me, I'm just thrilled, and I always write them back. So,
Oh,
yeah.
I
So
love that.
any readers out there should definitely, send me an email through my website.
I
So,
love that. Okay. Okay. And
absolutely.
if they wanted to find you on Instagram, how can they find you? Or what's the best way aside from emailing you and your website? How else can they find you?
I'm on Facebook, I'm at Elle Andrews Patt Fiction,
Okay.
and at Instagram, I'm at Elle Andrews Patt.
Beautiful.
Awesome.
Beautiful.
All
I love
right.
this.
Well,
Okay.
thank you so much for being our guest today and talking about your process, what it's been like being a writer, all the resources you have at your fingertips, which is
Thank you
Yeah.
for
insane.
inviting me. Yep.
Yes.
Yep. So,
Everyone listening, please check out Elle Andrews Patt, her website, and her series, starting with
Yes.
the book Ghost.
Is
And
the best way is the best place to purchase your book through your website?
uh, you know, Shopify gets expensive.
Right.
So no, actually right now Amazon is the best place to
Amazon
get
would
it.
be the best.
Yeah,
Okay.
or
There you go.
email me and ask. So
Okay.
I'll send signed copies.
We love
Beautiful.
signed copies.
We work out all the postage and everything. Yeah. Just email me and ask. Ask me whatever.
Yeah, definitely ask her
Yeah.
first, everybody, before you grab this beauty. I love it. Thank you again for your
All right.
time and for sharing so many resources.
Yeah. Thank
Really
you.
appreciate
very
that.
Let's
much.
do like
Of
one
course.
last cheers, guys.
There we go.
Absolutely. To
Cheers to
Elle
your success.
and her whole success. I love it, Elle.
Thank you.
And may you come back with the 4th and 5th book. We'd love to
Yeah,
have
I
you
would
back
love
and
to.
learn more about your journey.
Okay.
Thank you. Absolutely.
Bye.
Like, share, follow, guys.
Mhm.